Welcome.
Welcome.
To the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. And one thing you'll notice is the sound of silence. No bumper music
No
tonight.
bumper music
we
tonight.
were a little, the bumper music may have been a little much. No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I kind of liked
All right.
it, but we decided not to do it tonight.
But we still have our
a
new
non-sponsor.
product placement non-sponsor. And this one is Folgers.
Yes.
Now, Folgers, this is my wife's favorite coffee, Folgers Breakfast Blend.
What does it smell like?
It's smooth, mild.
Ooh, nice aroma.
And it still has the full complement of caffeine.
Yes.
So,
which is good.
there we go. This is a
Folgers, good to the last drop.
good to the last drop. There we go. And let's see.
What do you think?
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Very good. You should go out and buy some.
Yeah. All right. Well, for this weekend, it's a busy one, isn't it?
It's a busy one, so you better have a lot of caffeine on hand.
Yeah. And we have, I guess today for our hard news piece, is I spent most of the afternoon in the annual media day.
This is the second annual media
The second
day.
annual media day, which is kind of nice because they feed you and everything.
What do they
give
feed
you
you?
lunch, well, or little
Well, yeah.
deli trays and stuff like that. And the county throws this. It's actually the OES Department, Office of Emergency Services, and this is where they get everybody together to let's say if we have a big incident, like a big fire or another natural disaster, to where they need a coordinated effort on getting the message out.
Yes.
And things like that. And this is, I know I'm going to sound like a homer, like a fan, like a fan of a baseball game that always roots for the home team.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Simpsons.
Well, that maybe too.
Do you have a crayon in your head?
But what I mean is, every one of these meetings, I really get impressed with Calaveras County. Because
yes, they are quite impressive with their.
I mean, we have our faults, I know, but if you look from Clay Hawkins and what they've done with OES, I mean, we're the default bomb squad around. We have a lot of bits and pieces that we do really, really well.
Exactly.
And one of the things the county does, which is ahead of a lot of the other counties, is if there is a major incident, they activate what they call the MAC. And it's the multiple agency committee or coordination or whatever the acronym goes for. But basically there is representatives from, for example, from CCWD, PG&E, water, power, health department, everything else. So whatever type of incident we are having, there is a group of people in a room that function and actually,
they pull
in essence, they pull all the resources
together.
And they basically run the incident.
Act
they
in
work
concert.
it.
Yes,
and they work the incident. And the interesting thing from talking with County CIO Tom Mitchell, and interesting on his role when they activate the MAC is basically, first his role is the public information officer, and county government official second, during unless there's some other, unless it's a proclamation thing with the governor or whatever type of thing. But it was an interesting afternoon, and it was one of those things when you're genuinely impressed with county government, and also by extension the people just in the community, to where how I think we would try to react. And the reason we were there is that, if for members of the media, is that maybe we should have told them we're not really real media.
Well, the reason why we were there is because we're members of the media, and we get things up as soon as they happen. Look at that earthquake that happened. Was it last week or the week before?
I know.
I mean, within 3 minutes, it was up on this site. 1:15 in the morning.
I know that, but anyway, I'm just joking. They
1:15 in the morning.
They had members of the new media, and then they had the real media there. The paper, the Union Democrat, Stockton Record, and everything else. But and also from the Clark Broadcasting Company. So basically, representatives from most of the media outlets, and of how the message would get out and things like that. And some of the topics were, I guess at present the MAC traditionally in an incident we'll have 3 press releases. They'll have a morning, a noon, and a night press release. And one of the things we were talking about is in this day and age of basically you can't control the media anymore with cell phones and everything else, is one of the things we were hoping to encourage them to do is to start doing at least hourly updates, which I think they will do. Because one of those things where basically at least throw us a bone every hour so we can have something to put up there, because people have an appetite for information now that is different, or there's an expectation of right now.
Exactly. And one of the new things actually is at Public Access on Channel 7, they've instituted a crawler system where if you have Comcast Channel 7 and there's an incident of any type, road closures or any sort of emergency incident, they will put that up on Channel 7 and let you know. They update it as soon as they find out information, and to let you know what road closures there are, where people are being evacuated if that happens, where they need to go.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but in the Murray fire that was 4 or 5 weeks ago, I believe they had a crawler on the Murray fire as well. Absolutely. And the interesting thing about that is, let's say the OES, somebody from OES is out in the field. As long as they have an internet connection, they can actually log into that cable computer and actually initiate the crawler, whether it be something like an Amber Alert or anything like that.
Exactly.
Directly,
absolutely.
And, in fact, when I was playing around with it, I probably should have, but we were playing around with it before it was live. Before it was live, and I was playing around with the system. We don't have access codes. I don't know the access codes.
No, it's only OES.
We were playing with it, and I could actually post a message with my cell phone.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, but it's only authorized personnel, and members of the media are not authorized personnel.
I was going to put one like Ed Lark. I was going to put Ed Lark Rocks or something like that on there,
And on to other news.
Community access is awesome.
Okay, so what's happening on Friday?
But also, I guess before we leave that entirely, is that was the thing where Ed Lark, the director of the community television, spoke about that system, and also Howard Stolman was talking about the reverse 911 system.
And Howard Stolman is
the director of IT for the county. And the county now has a reverse 911 system that works. So, for example, let's say there is a fire that is advancing, and they estimate it's going to get to a certain block in a certain hour frame. They can actually, on the little map on the thing, draw a line around those, and then it will automatically start dialing every single phone in that block, so in that sector.
Which is just amazing. When you start to think about that type of advanced notice, it's just amazing.
And they did a test on it for the general plan update meetings last week. They did, and it worked and they did a test on it that worked very well. But that is the type of thing that it's really a very nice system. So in an incident like that and also they're going to put some mechanisms in place. For example, a lot of people just use cell phones now and don't have a landline.
Yes.
That is designed primarily as a landline tool right now, but also they are going to put up a web page to where you can, if you live within a geographic sector, you go in there and say what phone number you would like assigned to your address. So, for example. And this will apply to people who are watching this in the Bay Area that have second homes.
Yes.
So let's say you have a second home up here, and you want to be notified if there's an advancing fire. They don't have it up yet, but at some point you'll be able to log in and actually register your cell phone or your Bay Area number to be called in the event that they think you should evacuate.
Exactly.
And since you've already evacuated, that's a good thing.
Yes, you're already gone. Not bad. But
I guess the other one is, if you want to make a mad dash and grab the stuff you want to save out of the house before it becomes a pile of rubble. But that was a little too cavalier, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. In light of recent events, yes.
But also on a good thing today, we were hearing about somebody who was told that their house had burned down in Tahoe, and they were able to go back into the area, and it hadn't been. So
very nice.
That was a nice surprise.
Yes,
So if you go back in to check on your house and it's still there,
standing,
so
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's a good thing.
Definitely.
So, and I guess there was, the fire department was talking. I mean, the Cal Fire was speaking about the severity of the fire season, how they're going to respond and act. And I guess one little update is we'd had some comments by people on the manual mill fire, the little small one that was a few days ago here in Arnold. And the reason that you didn't see any air activity as far as helicopters or even the spotter plane is they're only allowed. They only have so many hours that they can keep those pilots in the air during the day. And typically you won't see a plane unless it's an unusual circumstance before 10 a.m. because they usually don't fly them. So basically what you'll see on early morning fires they think is when the temperatures are still cool and things like that. So that was the reason. Because a lot of we've heard like, well, where's the plane? Where's the... Because some people seem to get that.
Some fires don't warrant planes either.
I know, but it makes people feel all warm and fuzzy when they see a plane. When they're throwing the heavy artillery at it. So, but that's the reason. So if you're curious on last week why you didn't see at least the spotter plane or anything like that in the air, one, it was a 7 a.m. fire.
Yes, it was
and
early.
The other one was early. And typically they want to, in essence, keep their powder dry on the times that they can keep those planes in the air, which is an interesting thing. And it was an honor to be there today. So we had them fooled into thinking that we actually belonged at the meetings.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess onward and upward to our entertainment stuff, huh?
You belong.
Okay.
You belong.
All right.
You belong.
No. This is a
crazy busy weekend.
So we'll ping pong back and forth and go knock them down. So we started on Friday?
Yes, because you have all the Friday stuff.
I do? Okay. All right. Now this is one that's already running that we hadn't mentioned yet. It's on the calendar. But the Bear Valley SAFE program. This is a summer rec program up at Bear Valley, to where it runs starting June 25th and runs for 7 weeks. And you need to be potty trained, so unfortunately I would not be eligible. But no,
I really didn't need to know that, and I don't think our audience did either.
I'm just joking. I was reading for this here. You had to be potty trained, so basically 5 years on up is what they're looking at. And there's activities for age-appropriate activities for all the kids up there in Bear Valley. And we looked at some of the things that they were doing, the activities. It's very cool. So that was kind of not a real heavy piece for this weekend, but we would be remiss if
you did not mention it.
And I can be accused of being a lot of things, but I did not want to be remiss. Yes.
Definitely not. And then into the 4th of July weekend. Obviously, the July 4th is Wednesday.
You're not doing anything on Friday? Else on Friday? Oh, you're doing all the Saturday stuff. Oh, okay. I'll knock down Fridays. Okay. And also tomorrow morning is the ribbon cutting for the new PMZ real estate office.
That's right.
And this one is Downtown Angels Camp. As Downtown Angels Camp
as fills up,
as it fills
right
up,
across from the tattoo parlor,
which is no longer there.
Oh, it's no longer there.
Bombshell closed.
I didn't notice that.
I know. After all the drama on their sign.
Yes. When did they close?
A couple weeks ago, I believe.
Okay.
So anyway. But PMZ will hold a ribbon cutting and grand opening on June 29th at 10:30 a.m. So they have a nice spot there, newly renovated. And for those of you not familiar with PMZ, they are the mega real estate group that is opening offices in the Motherlode. They basically own the valley.
Yes, they do.
As far as a real estate firm. But they now open an office in Copperopolis, Sonora, Angels Camp. So they're gradually moving up here, and all the other independent offices are probably going, oh no, this guy. No, just kidding. But anyway, that it will be a ribbon cutting, and they will have hors d'oeuvres and drinks.
Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres.
It's not hors d'oeuvres?
It's hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres?
I can't even pronounce it myself tonight.
Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres and drinks.
Imperialistic tidbits.
Was that from the Tudor period? Is that where that got started? It has to be French, didn't it?
It's French.
I knew it was French, but probably about the same time as
the Tudors were English.
I know that, but they probably took
you just saw Henry VIII roll over in his grave. What do you mean they're calling us French?
Back in the Tudor period when they took the Channel over to France, right?
That's right. That's
right. Okay. Yes. All right. We're really
also known as
here.
ships.
Yes. Anyway, there's going to be a ribbon cutting tomorrow at PMZ at 10:30. So if you want to go stop by and wish them well.
Yes.
And
anything else happening Friday?
Well, of course there is. Fresh Fridays.
Well, that's right, at Utica Park.
Fresh Fridays at Utica Park is a very, very nice farmers market. And they always have farmers markets, crafts. Occasionally they'll throw in some live music and everything else with it.
Yeah.
So
that is
5 p.m. till dusk.
Till dusk. Okay.
Till dusk do ye part. Wait. Also, tomorrow night is another round of the Murphy's Creek Theater presents As You Like It. And Sarah attended last weekend.
I did. I attended the opening weekend gala.
Yes.
Situation.
And she took photos that we were going to post tonight in a separate article.
Yes.
And she must not have been proud of it because she won't let us take credit. She doesn't. See, this is if she's taking photos and she doesn't like them. She wants it. Oh, John, you took them. You know.
So if you get vomitously ill because of the shaking, it's not me. It's John.
Yes, I took them. Yes, she wants me to take the fall for it. So.
It was a very good show.
Yeah,
it was a very good. It's set in the prairie. A lot of energy.
Yeah,
very, very much so. But if you go, make sure it gets chilly out there.
Okay.
So make sure you take blankets, jackets, anything to keep yourself warm because it gets really chilly by intermission.
I'm gonna have to give Sid Marsh, one of the cast members, a bad time. I didn't know he could dance so well. I was watching him do the...
Yes.
So,
they were dancing and they were singing and doing their thing. Yes.
So I guess it's dancing under the stars.
Dancing.
And not with?
Not with, no. Just under.
Yeah.
Just under.
Okay, all right. And...
Definitely go see it. Definitely.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's a good show. Very good show.
All right, I guess I'm done with Friday.
Are you done with Friday?
All right. You got the good day.
Well, you can talk about Saturday.
I'll just sit here and drink my Folgers
breakfast blend
in my moose mug. See, here we have a moose.
The moose is loose.
Mug.
The moose is loose. As most of you know, July 4th celebrations are this weekend.
Okay.
Instead of the weekend after. It's always dicey. Actually, when July 4th is on a Wednesday, it's dicey. Do you have the celebrations before? Do you have them after? But everybody's celebrating before. So or on. Well, they usually do a weekend.
Sure.
So, anyway, Independence Day at Ironstone Vineyards all day long. Actually, it's $10 for adults and $5 for kids. And you can go out there, enjoy yourself, just sort of relax out there and end up with a fabulous fireworks display.
And this is one of the busiest events of the year.
It is. It is. There's live music with Shane Dwight and
not Dwight Shane.
Not Dwight Shane. Okay. No. Yeah, that double first name. Yes. But if you want any information about that, 728-1251 is the number to call.
And have you seen the new Ironstone website? It is really pretty. So if you haven't gone to the Ironstone website in a few days, go check it out. It is really, really nice. They have some nice slides of the Couts family and everything. It is very, very pretty. And it makes us want to freshen up the pine tree. And one of the
photos of the Hamilton family?
No, I wouldn't do it. Yeah. People would point and laugh, but other than that,
no, you have a nice looking family.
But they were one of the things on the pine tree that we might as well say is the challenge for us is because we know you don't come to the pine tree because you think the site's pretty and it has. You come to see what have you got on there next? Because
That's
I know
right.
that we're a content-driven site, and one of the things is we want to keep adding content, and I need to do some tweaking because there's some things I want to do on the themes and colors just to make it. There's a couple things that are really. I'll be quiet.
We'll be
waiting. It's that frustrated.
We'll be waiting with bated breath for that.
It's that frustrated nerd in me.
Okay, another fireworks show.
Yes.
On New Hogan.
New Hogan.
Actually, so New Hogan Lake. You can go out and see fireworks if you're in that part of the county, which is kind of cool. So we have 2 sets of fireworks you can watch. And 35th Annual Sierra Nevada Folk Arts Festival in Arnold.
This is the big weekend show that always rolls in. Oh, this is a little different. This is the actual Folk Arts Festival, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Country bluegrass band Stardust Cowboys is going to be playing. And
Stacey.
Bonsai Bunnell is going to juggle.
Bonsai Bunnell will juggle? No way.
Free admission. And that will be held, let's see, in downtown Arnold on Highway 4.
Where do they call if they want more information?
925-372-8961.
And also, we didn't have it on there, but this is also be another one where the Arnold Lions Club will have their,
pancake breakfast.
Ebbets Pass gas. They'll have the pancake
Very
breakfast.
nice.
They'll roll out the
Very
wagons. And that way you can have your pancake breakfast and stroll on across the street and have your folk art stuff. But now you eat before the parade, right?
Yes, because the parade is on Saturday as well. The
Yes,
annual Arnold 4th of July parade starts at 10 o'clock, I believe.
And this is arguably the granddaddy of parades in Calaveras County. This is, I know...
This is where the people are lined up on Highway 4.
As impressive as the Murphy's Days Parade and everything else. And we talked about it a little bit last night. This is for bragging rights amongst the homeowners associations and stuff like that.
That's right. Absolutely. And it begins at 10 o'clock. They close the highway. So if you, for any reason, don't want to go to the parade, I suggest you bypass that.
Now, the Grand Marshals this year will be Marla, Allison, and I'm gapping, from GABA. And so it will be GABA, Marla, Allison, and and I apologize, Bruce Talixon. He's going to kill me. Sorry, Bruce. Just gapped there for a second. But Marla and Bruce will be the Grand Marshals, and they really have been instrumental in pushing a lot of in Arnold's, pushing a lot of the GABA stuff over the years. And
Greater Arnold Business Association.
Yes, and Marla used to own Ebbets Pass Sporting Goods for years and years with her husband, and so she retired and sold the business. But then they've been instrumental in being one of the pillars of the Arnold community for years. So
there's quite a few of those pillars actually.
We will take pictures of Marla and Bruce.
It's kind of a very cool thing. Another thing that's going on actually further up the hill at 10 o'clock is called Come Explore With Us at Big Tree State Park. And what it is, it's part of their interpretive events at the state park, so you can actually learn about what's going on.
Can I say
this is the second time you've done this to me tonight.
We will be filming it. We will be filming the parade, and we hope to push it live. But sometimes we were talking. One place that we were going to use as a vantage point today. They only have dial-up, so they were no good to us. So we may actually, we'll try to push it live. If not, we'll tape it and show the whole thing shortly thereafter.
Shortly after it happens.
Yes.
And as usual, the Ebbets Pass Veterans Memorial District will be handing out flags for 4th of July.
Nice. And this is during the parade?
During the parade. Right before the parade starts and during the parade. Yes.
Very nice.
So,
I think our children, my sons, have had those flags in previous years.
They'll probably have them again this year.
Probably so.
Probably. That's Saturday. Ebbets Pass Firefighters Association 4th of July Barbecue. Their fundraiser is actually on Saturday as well at 4 o'clock at the Cedar Center. And it is Ebbets Pass Firefighters annual fundraising.
Barbecue?
For their
live music?
For their operations.
And T-shirts.
And, great food and T-shirts, it says. So if you happen to be down there at Cedar Center, come by and support the Evans Pass Fire District.
And also is they are having live music at the Lube Room.
Dorrington Hotel.
Dorrington Hotel. This is the they have the shishi side of the hotel with the upper shishi side of the hotel with the the white linens and stuff, and then they have the lube room.
Exactly.
Where you're there to get all lubed up.
Yeah, I guess
but
so.
They have great burgers, good food, and no cover charge.
No cover charge.
From 3 to 7 p.m.
Okay. And live music at the Senior Center. Not at the Senior Center, at the Center Center. At 7 o'clock. We needed the coffee tonight, I'll tell you that much.
We're rocking at the Senior Center tonight. Woo!
At 7 o'clock. Lost in the Shuffle will be playing at 7 o'clock down there at the Cedar Center. So
I know how they feel.
That will immediately follow the Evans Pass Firefighters Barbecue.
Very nice. And also, this is going to jump down to Valley Springs real quick.
Okay.
The Team Angels Camp, SCTP, it's the trap shooting team. It's the trap shooting team fundraiser.
Very nice.
At the Pizza Factory in Valley Springs from 5 p.m. till 11 p.m. So get some music here and stuff and watch the parade and then bug on down to Valley Springs and get pizza. Because why should you do that, you ask? Pizza purchase between that time and the fundraiser is mentioned during the time of our order. The team will get a percentage. This fundraiser is to help the 5 boys, Spencer Cummings and Scott Rader of Valley Springs, John Winnings and Cody Chu of Angels Camp, and Travis Glass of Arnold raise enough money to get to the national shoot in Sparta, Illinois, August 6th and 7th.
Yes.
And we spoke with Travis's dad yesterday.
Okay.
And spoke to Ron Glass yesterday, and he says they need to raise $9,000 to get to be able to afford. So they're going to be doing fundraisers galore.
Oh yes, definitely.
But it's a really
that's
honor.
Quite an honor. Though.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely.
It really is. Yes. So, and if you want more information, 786-3105.
Okay.
And talk to Nicole Cummings, and I'm sure that they will take your checks, credit cards, or postage stamps, anything. Well,
whatever you can help
postage
to donate.
But.
So, okay. And also 8 o'clock p.m. more music. Blues Box Bayou Band at the Black Bart Players.
The Black Bart.
Murphy's. Yes, $20 a ticket, and it's 8 o'clock p.m. down there at Black Bart.
And also, the Fabulous Fourth at Friends. And what is the Fabulous Fourth at Friends, you might ask?
It's for renewal and relief for Murphy's, right?
It is, for adding trees on Main Street. So they were being clever with their wordses.
Wordses?
Yeah, words as well, yeah. Them wordses. Renewal and relief. This is
those pesky wordses.
Yes, at 984 Crestview Drive in Murphy's. And they're going to have Saturday, June 30th at 7 p.m. They'll have hot dogs, burgers, soft drinks, or bring your own meat. Ooh. And wine. I think bring your own wine sounds better. Right? Yes. Somehow that bring your own meat just sounds kind of barbaric.
It does.
It harkens back to...
back
to the days of yore. Yeah. Anyway, parking is limited.
You have to bring your own drinking horn in the night too.
Bring your swimsuit and a chair. So I don't know if there's. It doesn't say whether you can swim in the swimsuit or they just want you to sit in your chair. But I assume they have a pool. Live music with Combo 5, and this is a great jazz group. And this is one of the members is the owner of the Gold Country Coffee Roasting Company in Murphy's.
All right.
And live music combo 5, prepay $25 per person with a maximum capacity of 75 people.
Okay, so it's not really
if
big.
If you can only bring 74 friends.
That's right.
Right?
And get there first. Make sure you're first in
so
line
you
for
can
that
only
one.
bring 74 friends.
Exactly.
All right, view Ironstone fireworks. It starts at dark. Children 10 and under are $10.
Very nice.
And they have to bring their own meat as well. Just kidding. It looks like Fabulous 4th at Friends should be a good time.
It should be a good time,
even
definitely.
if it is on the 30th.
Mm-hmm. And I think that pretty much wraps up Saturday.
It does?
Yes.
Wow.
Murphy's Creek Theater again, as you like it.
So after you run down and get pizza and
you
Valley
can
Springs,
run back up
and you
the
come
hill.
back to Murphy's and go out to As You Like It.
Yes, yes.
So I guess you could bring your own pizza to the Murphy's Creek Theater, but you don't want to do that at Shakespeare, do you?
Why not?
Eat pizza?
Why not? Down on, what do they call them, the boards in the Globe? They used to, they called the boards? They were where the plebeians sat. The commoners.
Yes.
They used to eat all sorts of things down there.
So they definitely brought their own meat.
They brought their own food.
Okay. And also on Sunday.
Sunday. Aren't you going to do this?
Okay, since I kind of interrupted you on Saturday, huh? Sarah's probably like, just shut up, John, and let me do a day.
No, that's okay. I just think it's an amazing thing that you're going to run a half a marathon.
Surely you jest, but they have the 20th annual Hernia Hill.
5K,
so that's 5
10K,
times really fast.
Yes, half a marathon.
Okay, 5K, 10K, half marathon returns to the original Hernia Hill, presented by On Your Mark Events and sponsored by Couts Ironstone Vineyards.
That's right.
Check-in and race registration opens at 7 a.m. at Ironstone, and water available on course. Lodging is available. I don't know why. You probably don't need lodging if you're during the run.
No. No.
If you need to sleep during the 5K,
you may need lodging afterwards.
And there's going to be a post-race barbecue at 11:30 to 1 p.m. And also and is available to non-runners for $7 and children for $5. And go to On Your Mark Events or call 795-7832.
Okay.
And I really think On Your Mark Events is a fascinating company.
Fascinating.
Very fast. Have you met Mark Ayton?
No.
Okay. They run a company, and On Your Mark Events, it's run by Mark Ayton and his wife. But they put on triathlons, and they are the largest triathlon, one of the largest event coordinating companies in Northern California. He does 65 to 70 races a year.
Wow. That's amazing.
And does it from Arnold. So lots of times on race day, he'll get up at like 3 a.m., go down to the Bay Area, run a race, and come back. So we'll have to get Mark on again. We did an interview with him last year. We'll have to check in with Mark again. But anyway, Hernia Hill.
Also, Sunday, second day of the 35th Annual Sierra Nevada Folk Arts Festival. So if you weren't able to get to it on Saturday, you can do that on Sunday.
We've been going for 33 minutes. We better quit.
I
think they're going to get tired of us.
Yes, I think we need to hurry up.
I know you're tired of me, but that's an entirely a different
story.
Did you do the Explore with us at Big Trees? You did, didn't you?
I did.
You did. I just wasn't listening.
Did. Chapel in the Pines.
That's right.
Is having their annual Independence Day celebration, which is actually very cool. They have water slides and bounce houses, free food, games, entertainment, little fireworks show. It begins at 5 p.m. and concludes.
Is it real fireworks, or is it like they put fireworks on a screen?
No, they're real fireworks.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
So,
they do a nice job, and I mean, you can bring your whole family to it.
We attended one of these over at a church in Sonora a few years ago, and it was really fun. But the problem was
they put the fireworks on a screen.
Fireworks on a scrreen.
No. They actually light off the fireworks.
So we watched a movie of fireworks, which somehow just didn't have the same.
It loses itself in the translation, doesn't it? Yes,
and it wasn't even HD. So you're like, oh, it's kind of like watching movies on the pine tree. It's kind of like, oh yeah.
Well, it's kind of like on the holidays. Have you ever? There's one station that always plays it plays a fireplace,
right,
with Christmas music,
right,
behind it.
That's just really, really sad.
Not right. Just not right. But these are real fireworks, and it's actually a great family event to go to.
It is.
And
We have
7
one more,
o'clock,
huh? We have one
Murphy's
more?
Creek
There we
Theater
go.
presents Opera on the Vine. And this is down there at Stephen O. Winery. It starts at, like I said, 7 o'clock, featuring, actually, there's
Excuse me.
world-class
Excuse
opera
me.
singers. No, there really are.
The Cornelia B.
yes.
Steveno
Yes.
Performing Arts Center. Not just the Stephen O. Winery.
Yes. Anyway, let me tell you about these world-famous
Okay, all right.
opera singers. Claudia Waite, who's a soprano principal with the Metropolitan Opera.
Wow.
And she is originally from Tuolumne County.
Oh, she is?
And Carrie Henderson, who is a baritone. And they will be accompanied by our own Kimsey Plowman,
Wow.
who is our local pianist of great note. She has
So
played,
she only hits good notes?
she hits great notes, and she has played everywhere.
Very nice.
Everywhere.
You know, I may try to
Absolutely.
take that in because it's been a while since I've taken in an opera.
Have you ever seen an opera?
No.
It's
See, it's been a
quite a
while.
while. Well, it's operatic pieces. It's not the full opera. It's just operatic pieces. And I've never been to the opera.
You haven't?
I never
I'm
have.
stunned at that because you're Miss Culture.
Am I
and
Miss Culture?
Old world, you know.
Old world stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Only person I know that just loves the Tudor period.
Yes. I do. But no, I have never been to the opera.
And Euphoric Yarns is having a fireworks sale.
Both days.
Both days. Arnold's annual 4th of July parade. After that, go in and buy yarn.
If you knit.
If you knit. Or even if you don't, they will show you
How to knit?
how to knit.
You have to be very patient to be able to knit.
Well,
That's
having
my
a 30%
my take
off.
on
And if it's red,
knitting.
white, and blue yarn, it's 40% off.
Very nice. You know, knitting, there's been a resurgence in knitting in the last 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
A lot of people knit, and a lot of young people knit. So
And
that
I
would be
think
a great place to go.
We need to knit this show together a little
We sure
better.
do.
Yes. Speaking of knitting.
We're not even ping-ponging tonight. But I think that's it. That's
Is that
enough. That's enough.
All right.
But it is not it, quite frankly.
do you
We have to talk about our very own Jenny Baxter.
Oh, that's
and the
right.
Wonderful
That's right.
recipes that she
Okay,
has.
there
on
you go.
For your,
Otherwise,
for your-
Jenny and my wife will be very upset with you
with me.
for not going over her recipes.
Oh, yes. Actually, for those of you who don't know who Jenny Baxter is, she is a local person
Martha
extraordinaire. She really is the Calaveras County's Martha Stewart. She has a public access
But she's
show.
nicer.
She's very nice, actually. She's extraordinarily nice.
She's Martha Stewart without the rough edges.
That's right.
Yeah.
Without the edginess.
Without
yes,
the rough
yes.
edges and the jail time.
Yeah, exactly. But she has a local show on Channel 7, and you can look at the schedule here on the Pine Tree. And if you get a chance to watch it, she has great recipes and great cooking ideas.
And I think next week, aren't we going to do a segment from her house?
We will.
So we'll be doing live in the kitchen with
Yes, with Jenny.
Jenny.
And
Someone's
she
in
has
the
some
kitchen with
fabulous
So what are these recipes now that we've built them up
recipes.
here?
Barbecued French fries.
Barbecued French fries. Wow.
Yeah, and there's a second one
So we
somewhere.
better just tell them to go look at them on the site, huh?
I think so, because the second one is not showing up on my little computer here.
Because if we have to tell them to scroll and get a cup of this and
Wait, let me get to a different page.
a couple, a bit of this and a bit of that.
We would be in trouble.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ice cold bottles of beer.
Very nice.
She's not going to tell you how to make them, though. Let's see here. Let me scroll down. Yankee Doodle. Let's see.
Should I start doing the weather? While you're doing that?
Potato
While you're finding
salad. Peach cobbler.
Okay.
coleslaw,
All right.
everything that you will need to put your 4th of July feast together.
And it will be
you
good.
Will be able to.
So go on the site, look at the recipes there.
Exactly.
And should we start off the weather by saying that Highway 4 is open all the way to Markleyville? The snow is gone.
All the way to Markleyville, huh?
Just kidding, but I was just looking at our weather page. We always have the road conditions at the bottom of it, the current road conditions, auto-magically from Caltrans at the bottom.
Okay.
Every time you load that page,
we've
got weather. Okay, Arnold, weather tonight. Low of 55, high of 83 tomorrow, low of 57 tomorrow night, high of 85 on Saturday, and 85 on Sunday.
Okay.
So a very nice day.
Nice weekend.
Nice weekend.
Actually, Murphy's weather, Friday, high of 89, Saturday, a high of 92, and Sunday, a high of 92. So it's warmer.
That'll be warmer.
It'll be warmer.
All right, for our friends up the hill, low of 45 in Bear Valley tonight, a high of 71 tomorrow, low of 46 Friday night, 76 on Saturday, 49 on Saturday night, and 83 on Sunday. These days, this time of year, I just always want to go up the hill. Because I was up there yesterday. It was so nice and cool up there. And it was very, very nice.
And Angels Camp is actually not as hot as Murphy's this weekend.
Yeah,
it's one of those reverse.
It's one of those things.
One of those reverse things. Friday, 89 degrees in Angels Camp. Saturday, 90 degrees, and Sunday, 90 degrees. So make sure you bring your sunscreen.
And we are doing our Bangor, Maine search right now.
That's
and we are waiting for our Bangor, Maine weather.
Bangor, Maine.
We're still waiting for Bangor, Maine weather.
We're still waiting.
My
mouth is watering over these Jenny Baxter recipes.
Come on, Bangor, Maine. Uh-oh, we may have to miss our Bangor, Maine weather.
Is it not coming up?
Doesn't look like it's coming up. Come on. Do you have it over there?
No, I don't have it over here.
No Bangor, Maine weather?
Your computer works faster than mine.
I know. Here we go. Okay. 82 tonight.
Hey.
Still those lightning and thunderstorms. Low of 51 tomorrow, high of 75. Low of 51 Saturday, a high of 73. Low of 47. Kind of like Bear Valley weather.
Yeah. Very
nice.
Very nice.
So, time to get out and set those lobster pots, and please send us some lobster.
We like lobster.
Actually, I don't eat much shellfish, but...
You just eat carbohydrates.
Yeah.
That's all you eat.
Well, I would like to thank you for stopping by tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And this was our entertainment edition where we got to tell you what to do.
Yes, and hopefully you'll go out
and
do some of the
there is
things.
A ton of stuff.
Absolutely.
So come up and enjoy the weekend. Don't stay inside, because think how depressing that would be. What did you do this weekend? Well, I just kind of stayed home.
Didn't anything.
I mean, it's just not right. Now, are you doing the Ebbets Pass Scenic Byway this weekend?
Maybe.
You're coming back that way, right?
Yes.
So
I'm actually not going to be in town. What he's talking about is I'm coming back from Nevada.
From Markleyville, Nevada, right?
Yes.
So she's going to take pictures.
That's right.
And then blame them on me.
Yes.
Say, oh, John took
when
those.
The pan makes you sick, it's John and not me. Always remember that. If you feel nauseous when looking at the footage, it's John and not me.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night.
Great weekend.